Welcome to your daily focus for March the 15th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you, Tilly, for being here. Well, that was way too many cards, so we're not going to look at all of them. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Okay, let's see what the energy is going to be around us so that we can move forward in a positive light. Now we have the sun in Pisces. The moon moves into Pisces today. In a couple of days, we will have the new moon in Pisces. Look at this, the Ten of Wands. Oh, okay. Oh, we're balanced today. We're balanced. We know what we want going forward, or we can connect with it very easily. We know we're at the end of a path. This is a 10. We know we're at the end of a path. We know that there is a new beginning in the horizon. We know that we are nearing that castle. Six of Swords. Wow, this has been popular for the last month, this card. It keeps showing up and showing up and showing up. And what I got from it about a month ago, what I first got from it and what I still get from it is there is this vast path ahead of us. And each one of those swords represents a sorrowful time in our life, chaotic time in our life, a stressful time in our life, one filled with anxiety or hurt or loss, confusion. And each time we managed to plug that hole. And now we're ready to go forward. Now, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a short ride because we don't even have a motor there. We got a paddle. And one stroke at a time, just like the turtle told us yesterday. Slow and steady wins the race. And the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is recharging your batteries, unplugging, rest, recuperation, meditation, prayer. Let's stop there. So Ten of Wands, Six of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So it's a very free will kind of day, first of all. We can look at whatever we want. So we really have to focus our attention to what is best for us going forward. We have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is so appropriate here, being in the last days of the full moon energy, where we were looking for closure, completion, endings, where we were allowing ourselves to heal, or giving ourselves forgiveness, or maybe it was somebody else, or letting go of a situation that happened. Because that's what weighs us down. That's what dissipates our energy. That's what holds us back. And so now we've got all of our wands together. They're balanced. So all of our priorities, we know what our priorities are. We know what we want. We know what we don't want. We've left that behind. We wear the red of courage, of passion. 10 symbolized the end of a path. So today is a day of completion, healing, especially with the Four of Swords on the board as well. Definitely a day of healing, of forgiving yourself, of saying, you know what, it was okay if we messed up, because we're human, we're supposed to mess up. That's how we learn. It's never in the joyful moments, it's always in the struggle that we learn. And as we come upon a new moon, it's time to plant the seeds. It's time to set our goals, our dreams, our desires. It's time to work towards the castle. So it could be a day where we fortify ourselves, we strengthen ourselves, we empower ourselves through our inner thoughts. Maybe it's a pep talk to yourself. Maybe it's a prayer for help, for guidance. Maybe it's reaching out to another, knowing that you can't do it alone. Six of Swords. Six of Swords is in the middle saying, I've got this. For all I know, you got another 20 swords in that canoe, that boat, and you're ready for anything. You're prepared. You know how to get through hard energy. You're ready to go forward. You're ready to step into that vast path. So what does that vast path look like? Because we have the Four of Swords here. This is definitely a time for new moon affirmations. This is definitely a time to look forward, okay? This card symbolizes the warrior that comes off the battlefield. Now, being on the battlefield, what would it be like? I can't even imagine, to be honest with you. I really can't. Sleeping with one eye open, always on guard, jumpy, nervous, anxiety, stress, never getting a good night's sleep, fatigued, tired, beaten up, worn down, and you come off of that battlefield and you take off your armor and you hang up your weapons and you lay down and you allow your body to heal. Because so often in life we go from one stress to the next stress to the next stress, and we never take that deep breath to center ourselves, to balance ourselves, to realign our priorities. And now that you're home safe and sound, what does tomorrow look like? Kids playing in the park, people going to work, dogs barking in the backyards, birds singing in the trees. It's a whole different world that you're stepping into. You feel it, you know it, you sense it. You're there already in some way. This is definitely asking us to look within, to talk to our guides, to talk to our angels, to talk to God, to talk to Source. This is a time to heal. This is a time for closure, definitely. So it's very fitting, these cards. Very fitting indeed. Okay, we want to look towards the future, but we want to cut off the energy from the past. Maybe you've stumbled, but if you keep looking back and saying, I stumbled, I stumbled, I stumbled, you'll probably stumble again because you're not looking at your steps forward. You're looking behind you. So start looking forward so you can walk with a sure step. Let's get an affirmation card, shall we? And we have the Nine of Water. The Nine of Water appears. Dreams come true, wishes fulfilled, completion, enjoyment, contentment, achievement of desire. It is right to say no to what isn't right for me. And now is my time to experience wishes fulfilled, the sweet harvest that came about from the seeds I planted. I drink in the aroma of successful endeavor, take pride in my hard work and achievement, and savor the satisfaction of a job well done. I deserve to pause and acknowledge all I co-create. and I do it joyfully. Yes, we need to pause. We need to thank ourselves for getting us through that battlefield, for getting us to this point, safe and sound, to harvest the crops, in other words, to harvest the wisdom that you have taken in upon your journey. You've mastered it. You will not have a leak in that same hole. You've mastered how to plug the holes. You've mastered how to overcome. And even if you don't feel like you have, if you look deep within today, I think you will see where you have. It's right to say no to what isn't right for you. Absolutely. The people who love you, that truly love you, will stand beside you. It's now time to experience wishes fulfilled, the sweet harvest that came about from the seeds I planted. So we're talking all the way back to February when I believe it was an eclipse, was it not? The solar eclipse. What seeds did you plant? What has come about those seeds? How great is the harvest? What is the beauty that surrounds you? What are your accomplishments? Do you keep a journal? Can you look back and say, well, I did that and I did this? Because we're so apt to remember the negative things that we've done in our life. Very rarely do we pause for a moment and see what we did good, that we did right. Today's that day. I'll get an animal here. So I think it's a very strong energy day. I mean, and we do have the sun in Pisces. We have the moon in Pisces. I think it's not till tomorrow where it will cross over Neptune, which will be even more magical if you are tuning in. So start tuning in so that when that moon goes over Neptune, you feel that spiritual, strong, courageous energy, that empowerment, that knowing that you've got this, that you are protected. Because new beginnings are right around the corner. Look at that, new beginnings. With the Robin. Cleansing, newness, grateful, promise, and new birth. Robin tells you it's time to pull yourself from the sludge of the past and wipe yourself clean and mend the wounds and scratches that occurred through the journey. Can't make this stuff up, can you? Your angels and guides will be on hand to help. It's a great day to offer your gratitude for what you do have, knowing that you won't be let down if you ask, believe, and expect that changes can occur in your life. Yes, there is an everything happens for a reason thinking, even during painful experiences, but loss always resolves into a gain of some kind. Have you ever experienced a passing only to hear of an announcement of a birth or a pregnancy, or broken up with someone to start dating someone so much more compatible that you wondered what you saw in the past person? Death of situations always evolves into the promise of a new birth, new beginnings, if you can see through the clouds of despair. Emotion is truly energy in motion, and since everything is energy, money, love, work, the universe feels the vibration changing in your thoughts, and it can change it into wonderful things if you allow it to do so. Robins always come back to the same place each springtime. It's nature's way. Robin may be telling you that you need to review your childhood to see where you may have stored away deep within your soul, to see if there is forgiveness that needs to take place, or maybe you need to look up an old childhood friend and reconnect with somebody again. So all the cards are telling you today, see what you have around you. Give yourself a pat on your back that you're here, that you've made it to this point, that you have been through chaotic, sorrowful, stressful times in your life, and you made it through each and every time. You knew how to put the plug in that boat so that you could keep afloat and go towards your dreams. So, new moon affirmations, absolutely today. Look at where you can give yourself some forgiveness or healing, or maybe give it to somebody else. See where you can complete something or put a closure on something, an ending to something that needs to end in order not to take that energy with you in the new moon. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.